Hello everyone, it's Andy Glenn here. Welcome you all to another Sharks TV podcast. And today I'm joined by special guest. It's only Kieran here. Kieran, how you doing?
No bad, Andy, yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. Looking forward to speaking to you.
Good.
You looking forward to being in the hot chair?
Of course I am. Of course I am.
Excellent. Remember at the start of the season when we were doing all these interviews via Zoom and all the rest of it? It's a bit bigger and fancier now, isn't it?
It's looking around here, it's a bit different, like, especially for my bedroom, like.
Well, things have certainly progressed as the seasons went on in terms of Sharks TV, but they've certainly progressed from your perspective. You're not having a bad season, are you?
I'm doing all right. Injuries are kind of obviously putting a hold on things, but no, other than that, yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well. Obviously adapting to the way that Spud's wanting me to play. Martin, as obviously some people may know him as well. But yeah, no, I feel as if I'm obviously progressing every time I'm on the training, and yeah, it's obviously going well and it's obviously paying off.
I think from a fan's perspective, we've just been so pleased to see your growth and development, because you start. How did you get into hockey?
Well, to be fair, it was a young age. It was roughly 5 or 6. It was actually Billy, one of the fans. He was the one that got me into it years and years ago when I was younger, and obviously I just kind of stuck at it and obviously kept going, and obviously progressing up to the Sharks, and obviously playing it in IHL 1 last year, and obviously coming into national this year. So yeah, no, I'm enjoying it.
At what point did you realise that pro hockey was a viable option here?
To be honest, like, I actually don't know. Like, it was just it all kind of came at once. Obviously, when it was like everybody started speaking about it, and obviously in talks with the league, and like it was exciting times, and obviously like for players like me and obviously other players that are still playing and with us right now, obviously getting an opportunity to play at a pro level. And obviously when Martin asked me if I wanted to obviously come along this season and play, and it was a no-brainer that I wanted to play, and obviously progress my skills in that.
And you've grasped that opportunity with both hands, that's for sure, haven't you?
Definitely. Like, I would never turn it down, like, without a doubt. And obviously, like, not only that, obviously getting the chance to play with Ken, Dunny and Peaks as well for some part of the season, Ken, that was an experience on itself, because obviously the guys have played at a higher level, and obviously learning off of them and experience off of them, it was good.
How was that then when Martin brings you in and says, Kieran, you're playing top line with the two legends that we've signed?
Well, to be honest with you, I never really got told. In all honesty, it was like we were just about to go on for a warm up, and obviously the lines get rolled out on the board, and I was just like, what's going on here? Like, I was just like 15, 71, 22. I was like, what's going on? I'm like, I'll go with it. And I was just like, obviously went on to warm up, and I was saying to them, I was just like, am I going with you tonight? Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was against Raiders at home, like early on this season, I think.
It might even be the pre-season one, was it? Or was you?
No,
it was the first Raiders game.
I think it could have been the first Raiders game here. But
did they know you were going to be playing with them?
Possibly, I think so.
So they knew, but nobody wanted to tell you.
But it was a bit of a shock and a surprise. But no, I thought obviously it was just like, well, this is my opportunity, obviously show what I'm capable of, and obviously my style of play suited them. Obviously we were needed, obviously getting in the dirty areas and obviously getting the puck and then kind of letting them do the rest.
Scoring a few goals as well yourself.
I'm obviously putting some points up as well, which is great, but in all honesty, I've said it since day one, it was just like points aren't really a big thing. It's nice to get a point on the board and whatnot, but obviously getting 2 points on a league board is a lot more important than getting a point for myself.
Absolutely, but you continued to play in that line, and it was really good to watch. We were just loving watching you play. It felt watching you, Kieran, like you were one of the players for that team before who'd really just went, I belong here.
Aye. Like it was just obviously that kind of getting into that mindset, I was just like, well, obviously playing with these guys, obviously I'm going to have to not step up, but obviously do my best, like every time I step on that ice. And obviously mistakes are always made, but as long as you learn from them mistakes and keep going with them.
Yeah, well, what's been the highlight of the season so far for you?
Highlight this season was probably our streak, obviously coming into the new year, and obviously like some games there is no easy game in this league, but just getting that streak going, and obviously unfortunately losing to Sheffield there at the weekend, but other than that, it's like that's probably been my highlight this year. And obviously that Leeds win at home, that's probably got to be up there as well. But even though we've kind of lost that streak, it just means we need to start another one.
As you said, the league's that competitive.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to get a streak going, because you see even the top, or the alleged top teams are certainly beatable, aren't they?
Yeah, honestly, like any team is beatable in this league, and obviously, like, I think not only that, or we believe in that, but like I think obviously fans in that are believing that as well. So like, can obviously getting behind us and obviously showing their support, but yeah, it's definitely been shown around, not just obviously their players, but everybody around, like the Sharks itself.
For sure. Have you noticed a difference in the fans, the support, the noise levels from last year to this year? Yes,
massively. It's quite hard to explain. Like it's definitely louder, I could tell you that much. But like obviously, like the support and the growth of the club as well. It's really good.
What does it feel like on the ice now in a home game when you come out and there's the horns and there's the noise?
It's electric, to be honest with you. It definitely gets the boys going for sure. And yeah, as long as you keep bringing that to the Shark Tank every week, then I'm pretty sure I'll be happy to play here.
Brilliant.
I'm always happy to play here, to be honest with you. It's been my home club since I was 6.
I know, I mean, it's the only club you've ever played for, isn't it?
Aye. And to be honest with you, it's no plan on changing that.
Dream come true.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're living your best life.
So,
listen, I have to take you back to that Sheffield game where we got beat because you weren't playing.
No, obviously injury prone, usual.
I don't know how you managed it, but you know, I'm standing up in commentary waiting on somebody to come along and chat with him. I got Jamie Kerr, which is fine, but how come you wasn't told to get up in the commentary box beside us?
Honestly,
that would have been class.
It would have been. Honestly, like I'd never really crossed my mind. Obviously being used to playing, but I just done the usual and kind of went round to the bench and obviously stood on the bench with
support your team.
Aye,
that's
exactly what I did. So, and also help the boys out where I can.
Right, if you're out again, you're coming up beside the commentary boys beside me and Owen.
Anytime.
And we'll get your insight into the game. Other than that, you got beat by a Shark on a half-time kind of empty goal shoot. Come on, what was going on there?
Well, being blindfolded for one isn't easy,
and then turned around a couple of times as well.
A couple of times because obviously John was saying, obviously was just like, oh, we got to get you to do this during after the first period. And I was like, struggling to stand up here. Never mind standing nice, but I was just like, I'll happily do it. And obviously tells me what I'm needing, and so he brings me on, and he was just like, I'm going to put this scarf on you. I was like, what? So I'm going to be blindfolded or not? And he was just like, I'm going to spin you around a few times. I was like, Jesus, I'm going to fall. But
how you injure an injured player even there,
exactly. But no, it was a good laugh, and obviously me Finn won. So
we Finn won.
Me Finn.
Did you throw it?
Did I throw it?
Did you throw it? Did you let the Shark win?
I don't know. Obviously,
or were you trying your hardest?
No, no. Like maybe not tell him that, but I don't know. It's actually pretty difficult being blindfolded, even though he's pointing in the right direction. But
I'm not convinced he pointed you in the right direction.
No, probably not. It's like when I looked after the first shot, it was just like the puck's in the corner. I was just like, you've not lined me up right.
No, there was no lining up at all. But, and to save your embarrassment, we'd broadcasted that live on stream as well.
I know,
We
that's
didn't-
absolutely fine,
We
so-
didn't cut the cameras for that. It's there.
Oh well, I'll watch that back and have a few giggles.
Yes, for sure. But we'll see how you go. But I mean, it was an injury, and you've had a few injuries. I mean,
Like
probably
it's-
ever since that Solihull game, wasn't it?
Well, obviously, years and years ago, I collided with Big Craner, obviously you might see him a few times round the rink. Obviously, when he's here,
He's the size of a truck, isn't
he is a tank, and obviously, probably the biggest boys in the team. Like colliding with him wasn't easy, and it was obviously, especially being down on one knee. That's just how it's happened, and obviously that was. We're talking nearly 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
In Solihull, and it was obviously a tear in my ACL, so it's never ever been right since. And
Can you get it?
obviously
Can you get it treated to be 100%, or is it just something you'll have to live with?
It's probably something I'll need to live with. There was talks of surgery and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know. I've been kind of putting myself off it because all I want to do is play hockey, and obviously I have to deal with the wee niggles that come along. But other than that, it's just I'll wait and get. They said 1 to 2 weeks, and we're into the second week, so
Good.
hopefully it's.
So we're hoping to see you at the weekend, maybe.
Hopefully, obviously, I'm going to see what it's like tomorrow. Obviously, we
You got training up at Glasgow tomorrow, haven't you?
train up in Glasgow tomorrow. Obviously, with the figure skating tournament that's on here, I'll see what it's feeling like, and obviously I'll give a message to Spud and Spud a message, and see and go through there.
Yeah, as we record this is the Thursday before we travel down to Bristol and where else? We go Swindon.
Swindon.
Yeah. So we hope you can make that, but if not,
Definitely be the week after.
Yeah,
definitely be the week after.
Milton Keynes will be a good game against some of your old teammates as well.
Well, I also you got the likes of Mark and who else have we got? Aye, Kami as well. Aye. Surprised I forgot about him. He was a character. Like he's a good lad, so he is. But yeah, no, I just obviously go down there and see what happens.
And it's a different role for you. You're not playing alongside Peaks
No,
and Dunbar now because Callie's came in. So
Yeah.
what's your role these days?
So it's pretty much the same role. It's obviously just be that kind of grinding player and getting into the dirty areas and obviously puck battles and obviously doing all that kind of work, and obviously alongside Younger and Peanut. Like obviously I played with Peanut for years now. Well, about 3 years now I've played with Peanut, and obviously we both play the similar game styles, and obviously Younger obviously brings in that skill as well. So yeah, I'm more than happy to play with them as well. So obviously jumping back down to them, it makes no difference to me. I'll still play the same game, and obviously try my best.
I sense it wouldn't matter where you play as long as you're playing for the Sharks.
As long as I'm playing, that's the main thing. But it's no difference, not at all.
Well, just before we go, I'd just like to say thank you so much for rushing in from
No,
work
you're absolutely fine.
to have a chat
Absolutely fine.
with me. You're going to get the final word as the final message to the fans in a minute. But before we do that, I'm just going to have a quick word with the fans to say thanks so much for watching us. Remember to like, share, subscribe and hit the notifications bell so that when any Sharks TV podcasts or programmes come out, you'll be the first to know. And you can join us wherever you watch these streams and save them and share them worldwide if you can. But before we go, last word to Kieran here. Message to the fans, Kieran.
Aye, just honestly keep bringing your support. Players absolutely love it and appreciate it. Obviously, if you can't get yourself down to the Shark Tank or away games, obviously get in the stream and still support the boys. And thank you.
Thank you, Kieran, number 15. It's an absolute pleasure to speak with you. And this is Andy Glenn saying cheerio.
Thank you.